Hello students, yes, this is Ranjana ma'am and you are watching mine as well as your channel. And if you have not subscribed to my channel up till now, please do press the like button after watching the full video. If you have liked it, it's up to you. And also share this video among your friends. I always say, let them also be benefited. I have found that there are many students who complain that they don't have a teacher who can explain to them in an explicit manner. I am not saying I am a very good teacher, I am just trying my best. And the rest is up to you. So at least if you all find that it is beneficial, then let your friends also enjoy the benefit. Anyway, without wasting any more time, let's go to Act 2, Scene 9. Many of you have asked me Scene 8, Scene 9. So, yes, and Scene 9 is important. Why? Because it is one of the casket scene. The first casket scene was Act 2, Scene 7, where the Prince of Morocco makes his choice and he chooses the wrong casket, which was the gold one. Now the Prince of Aragon, he will come. He is very proud. The first one was proud of his physical prowess. This fellow is proud of his mental faculties. He thinks he is very intelligent and he considers the common people he thinks of them in a very low manner. But ultimately, with all his intelligence and everything, he chooses the wrong casket. So let's proceed. Belmont, a hall in Portia's house. Enter Nerissa with a servant in haste. So Nerissa comes past with a servant. Quick, quick, I pray thee, draw the curtain straight. The Prince of Aragon hath taken his oath and comes to his election presently. So why is Nerissa in such a haste? Because the Prince of Aragon has already taken his oath and he will come soon to make his choice, to select the casket. So that is why the curtains have to be drawn aside. I have already told you in Act 2, Scene 7 that the three caskets are in a room and a curtain is drawn in front of them, so they are not made visible unless someone comes to choose it. And when a suitor comes to choose it, the curtains are drawn and the caskets are made visible. Flourish of cornets, enter the Prince of Aragon, Portia, and their trains. Here trains means attendants. Behold, there stand the caskets, noble prince. If you choose that wherein I am contained, straight shall our nuptial rites be solemnized. But if you fail, without more speech, my lord, you must be gone from hence immediately. So Portia shows the three caskets. Behold means see. And she shows him the three caskets and says, noble prince, there are the caskets. If you choose where I am contained means where my portrait is, then straight or immediately we will get married. But if you choose the wrong casket, then without any further talks, you will have to leave Belmont and go away. Aragon, I am enjoined by oath to observe three things. First, so these are the conditions. First, never to unfold to anyone which casket it was I chose. Next, if I fail of the right casket, never in my life to woo a maid in way of marriage. This is the second one. And the third one, if I do fail in fortune of my choice, immediately to leave you and be gone. So which one do you think is the most difficult? Well, if I fail, I will not tell anyone. Yeah, that is very logical. If I have failed, why should I tell others and help them to get Portia? I am not going to say. Acha, third one, if I fail in my fortune, what's the use of my staying here? Okay, that's also okay, fine. But the second one is the most difficult one, that if I fail to choose the right casket, then I will never propose to any other lady by way of marriage. That means I will have to remain a bachelor all my life. And I think this is the most difficult condition. Why? You don't get Portia, neither do you get a wife. So unless people are really serious about Portia, they would think, oh, Portia is rich, so there are many other rich princes. She is beautiful, so there are others. So why should I risk my marriage life for her sake? So that is why, if you remember, all the suitors who had come, the 6 suitors, they had left. So only those who are genuinely sincere or serious, they will come to choose the Prince of Morocco and now the Prince of Aragon. To these injunctions everyone doth swear that comes to hazard for my worthless self. So everyone who comes to select the casket has to observe these conditions. Aragon, and so I have addressed me, and so I have prepared myself. Fortune now to my heart's hope. So he wishes that fortune may favor and fulfill the hopes of his heart. Gold, silver, and base lead. Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. So he starts from lead to silver to gold. You shall look fairer ere I give or hazard. So he says, lead is a blunt metal. It's not bright also, it's dull. So when he looks at the lead casket, he says, you'll have to look better before I go to risk everything for myself, because the inscription which is written on the lead casket is very frightening. So then he goes to the gold casket. What says the golden casket? Ha, let me see. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. What men desire? That many may be melted by the fool multitude that choose by show, not learning more than the fond eye doth teach, which prize not to the interior, but like the martlet builds in the weather on the outward wall, even in the force and road of casualty. I will not choose what many men desire, because I will not jump with common spirits and rank me with barbarous multitudes. So first he rejects the lead casket. Then he turns his attention towards the golden casket, and he has a very high opinion of himself. So when he reads the line, what many men desire, he says, by many we may think of the common foolish people who choose by outward appearance, and they only choose what their eyes show them. They don't penetrate deep inside a thing and choose. So they just choose a thing by its surface value. So he compares these people to the martlet. Martlet is a small bird. So it is known for building its nest on the outer portions of a building, and as such the nests are open to dangers of storms and bad weather. So exposed to bad weather and all the risks and accidents. So he says that the common people are like this. They just go by the face value or the surface value of a thing. They don't penetrate deep into a thing and choose. They just teach what their eyes show them. So I'm not going to join the bandwagon of the common people, and I won't be in the same platform as them. So that is why he rejects the gold casket. And now he turns his attention towards the silver one. Why, then to thee, thou silver treasure house, tell me once more what title thou dost bear. So tell me once more what inscription is written on you. Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. And well said too, he appreciates the inscription. For who shall go about to cozen fortune and be honorable without the stamp of merit? So the silver treasure house, the inscription impresses him. So he says, yes, it's very good, but because no one should go and try to cheat fortune and become honorable if he doesn't have any merit. So let none presume to wear an undeserved dignity. He doesn't want that any man should aspire to get a dignity which he doesn't deserve. That if you are 10, you should aspire for 50. He doesn't want this. Oh, that estates, degrees, and offices were not derived corruptly, and that clear honor were purchased by the merit of the wearer. So this is a lamentation. He is lamenting the fact. He wishes that property, high positions, they should not be obtained dishonestly, and pure honor should only go to a deserving man. That means only a deserving man should be given pure honor. How many then should cover? So, and that clear honor were purchased by the merit of the wearer. How many then should cover that stand bare? How many be commanded that command? So in that case, those people who are now standing with their heads bare would be having their heads covered. So what does this mean? Actually, when you stand in front of your superior, you are not supposed to put on your hat. But when you are standing in front of someone who is lower in position than you, then you have the hat on your head. So those people who are standing with their head bare, if truly meritorious people were given honor, many of them would have hats on their head. And those people who are now being commanded, they would command. That means they would be in higher position. And many of them who are in higher position, without deserving it, they would be commanded. How much low peasantry would then be gleaned from the true seed of honor? That means how many who belong to low caste would be separated from the rank of the truly honorable. That means among the truly honorable, there are quite a few who doesn't deserve to be honored. So they will be separated from the truly honorable people. And how much honor picked from the chaff and ruin of the time to be new varnished. And from the rubbish heap, many will be picked up and given new honorable posts. Many of them who deserve honor, but they have been discarded and thrown away. Like in the chaff also, there are grains of corn. So they are like that, thrown in the rubble. From there you pick them up, the truly meritorious people, and varnish them with new and honorable dignities. Well, but to my choice. Now let me go back to my choice. Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. I will assume desert, so I will go for deservings. Give me a key for this and instantly unlock my fortunes here. So he decides to select the silver casket, and so he asks for the key and opens it. And after opening it, he had been very confident that once he opens it, he will find Portia's portrait there. But when he opens it, what does he find? He is dumb. He is too shocked. Too long a pause for that which you find there. So Portia knows what is inside. So she's quite amused, and she's asking him that you are waiting too long for someone who has really found something good. What's here? The portrait of a blinking idiot presenting me a schedule. I will read it. So he is presented with the portrait of a goggle-eyed fool. A fool, the picture of a fool with its eyes as if protruding, laughing fool. So he's shocked. Oh my God, this Portia, no, this eye of a face of a fool. So as presenting me a schedule, so presenting me a scroll of paper. I will read it. And then he looks at the picture and says, how much unlike art thou to Portia? How different are you from Portia? How much unlike my hopes and my deservings? So how very different you are from what I had hoped and I deserved. Who chooseth me shall have as much as he deserves. Did I deserve no more than a fool's head? So is this what I deserve? Just a fool's head? Don't I deserve anything more? Is that my prize? Are my deserts no better? So don't I deserve anything more than this fool's head? So he's really shattered. Portia, to offend and judge are distinct offices and of opposed nature. So a person who offends and a person who judges, they are two different people. The same person cannot be the offender and the judge. Like I always give the example, you are taking part in a competition, suppose these reality shows. If you are a participant, you cannot be the judge. Someone will judge you. You cannot judge your performance. Aragon, what is here? And then he reads the scroll. The fire 7 times tried this. 7 times tried that judgment is that did never choose amiss. Some there be that shadows kiss. Such have but a shadow's bliss. There be fools alive, I wis, silvered over, and so was this. Take what wife you will to bed, I will ever be your head. So be gone, you are sped. So this was the scroll. So after reading it, what does he say? Still more fool I shall appear by the time I linger here. With one fool's head I came to woo, but I go away with 2. Sweet adieu, I'll keep my oath to bear my to patiently to bear my wrath. So he reads the scroll. The fire 7 times tested this. So this was tested 7 times by fire. What? The silver. Silver is tested 7 times by fire. And similarly, if something, a judgment is tested 7 times, it never goes wrong. So some people, they have a fondness for shadows. Shadows are not real. So some people run after a shadows, so their happiness is also shadowy. They don't get real happiness. Shadows are unreal. So those who run after shadows, their happiness is also not real. So there are some foolish people who have silvery hairs on their head. We always say that silver hair is sign of experience. But if a person is a born idiot, when he grows old, just because of his silver hair, he wouldn't become wise. So there are some fools who have the silver hair of their old age, not the silver hair of wisdom. So this casket, it had a covering of silver, but inside was the head of a fool. So it doesn't matter which wife you will take, this fool's head will always follow you. So go away, your quest for Portia is over. Actually, this is ironical because he is not supposed to have any wife after he fails to choose the casket. So the Prince of Aragon is a shattered man, very disappointed. So he says that the more I stay here, if I stay here anymore, I will look more of a fool. I came here to court Portia with one fool's head on my shoulders, but I am going away with two, as if this is the dowry of a second head. Farewell, sweet Portia. I shall go away and bear my sufferings patiently. So he leaves away. Thus hath the candle singed the moth. Oh, these deliberate fools, when they do choose, they have the wisdom by their wit to lose. So Portia is quite amused. So she says that another moth has come near the candle and burnt itself. Moths have a tendency to come near something which is burning. Especially when a candle is burning, the moths have a tendency to come close to it, attracted by the light, and then they get burned. So this suitor of Portia is also like a moth, has burnt itself. So Portia calls them, oh, these calculating fools. When they choose, after such calculation, they are only wise enough to make the wrong choice. The ancient saying is no heresy, hanging and wiving goes by destiny. So Nerissa says, yes, that the old proverb is not wrong, which says that your death and your marriage, hanging means death and wiving means getting married or getting a wife, they are in the hands of your fate. You have no control over them. Come, draw the curtain, Nerissa. Enter a servant. Where is my lady? The servant says this. Portia, here, what would he, my lord? Portia is in a very light mood. Another suitor, she's got rid of it. This is not the suitor whom she would really want as a husband. So she's happy to get rid of him. She's happy that he has made the wrong choice. So she's in a very light mood. So she says, here, what would my lord? So she's calling her servant my lord. Madam, there is a lighted at your gate a young Venetian, one that comes before to signify the approaching of his lord. So, madam, at your gate a young Venetian has come, a messenger has come to announce the arrival of his lord. His lord is about to come, from whom he bringeth sensible regrets, to wit, besides commends and courteous breath, gifts of rich value. So, this messenger, he brings a lot of courtesy, very valuable gifts and salutations and polite messages from his lord. Yet I have not seen so likely an ambassador of love. So up till now, I have never seen such a promising messenger. Ambassador of love, messenger. A day in April never came so sweet, to show how costly summer was at hand, as this forespurrer comes before his lord. So April comes before summer. April is spring. So if the spring is good, then the summer will be better. So I have never seen an April come so sweet to show how costly summer was at hand. So a day in April never started so sweetly, showing that a very pleasant summer is on its way. As this messenger has come before his Lord. So if the messenger is so promising, then how promising or how nice would his master be? Portia, no more. I pray you. So I pray thee. So I request you, don't proceed anymore. I'm half afeard. Thou wilt say, Anon, he is some kin to thee. Thou spendest such high day wit in praising him. Come, Nerissa. Come, Nerissa, for I long to see quick Cupid's post that comes so mannerly. So Portia says, please don't speak anymore. I just request you. I'm afraid you will say he's some relation because you are using such nice words to praise him. You're praising him in such his intelligence. You're praising him, you're using such intelligent words to praise him. I am sure you'll say he's some relative of yours. Nerissa, come. I want to see this messenger of Cupid. Quick Cupid's post. So this messenger of Cupid. Cupid is the prince of love. So I am really dying. I'm longing to see this messenger of Cupid who has come in such a fine manner. Nerissa, Bassanio, Lord love, if thy will it be. So Nerissa from the heart of her heart wishes that this Lord who is supposed to arrive, whose arrival the messenger has come with, the news of whose arrival the messenger has come with. So she just wishes that the Lord who is coming from Venice may it be Lord Bassanio. So Bassanio, Lord love, if thy will it be, if that is your will. So saying this, Portia and Nerissa, they leave, and with this we come to the end of Act 2. In Act 2 there are 9 scenes, so this is the biggest act with 9 scenes. Act 1 has 3, Act 3 has, if I'm not mistaken, 5, Act 4 has only 2 scenes, the smallest one, the Act 5 is the smallest one, it has only 1 scene. So we finish the second casket scene, and a difficult one. Though most of my students, they say that the most difficult is Act 3 scene 2. Yes, because there are quite some high fundamental speeches of Bassanio and Portia. But this is also a little bit, the speech of Aragon is a bit difficult. Otherwise, it's not so. So you had wanted me to explain it because many of you have your exams in which you need Act 2, Scene 8 and Scene 9. So I have completed it. And I think with this, I have completed all the scenes and acts of Merchant of Venice. So happy viewing. And yes, again, please subscribe to my channel. I'm repeating it at the end also. And watch the video, press the like button. Best of luck for your exams. Goodbye.